Keep them at 24,000. No, feet. Hey everyone, welcome back to the shop. We have basically stripped the Miata down to what it's going to do, and Mark's here, thankfully, giving me a hand with this stuff. I'm done putting stuff in storage for now, so put this back. Whoops. Yeah. It's kind of loud. So parts are in storage. We've got a bunch of parts off of the car. I'm going to show you some of the parts. You can kind of see them down here. Mark went ham on these coilovers, and we had a little fun with, is it going to pop out or is it just going to slide out? Is it going to pop out or is it going to slide out? And the bent one is actually really bad. I was going to say it's not so bad, but it was the easier of the two front ones to take out. We still have to do the two rears. We'll do that later. But we have the two front ones out. Most of the interior stuff is ready to go. It's going to be put on a local buy-sell trade page. The chassis is already spoken for. The engine, trans, and main shell of the car are going to a very nice lady in Miami who's going to make a support trailer for her Miata. So those are already gone. You can see the wheels and tires down there. They're getting refinished, new tires. Almost everything on that list that I showed you in the earlier videos is done on the black car. Still got a bunch to do on the purple car, but the roll bar is at the powder coater right now. And the brake calipers that came off of this car, they were in very, very good shape. They were just fine. They got cleaned up, and those are at the powder coaters. They're getting color matched to the body of the car. The roll bar is a different color. It's black with a little bit of the purple Merlot flake in there. Oh, you hear that bug zapper? That thing works. So powder coater is going to come back with some really cool colors. He's excited about it too, which is really nice. And we also got the exhaust off the car. Here, I'll show you this. So Mark went crazy trying to de-Ohio these joints. They'd actually chemically welded themselves. Corrosion had chemically welded those together. This is a Racing Beat exhaust. This is going up for sale. There's a whole ton of parts that are going up for sale, which is really good. So it's going to help cover the cost of getting some of the new parts on the car, because over the course of 10 or 12 years, I've put thousands and thousands of dollars into this car. It'd be nice to get some of the money back when I'm putting those same parts back on this car. So I'll show you what one of the struts should look like. This is the strut from the driver's side. This is the coilover from Flying Miata. This is the VMAX. It's not the full race spec one. This is the one down. So we have more adjustability here, which is really nice. So this is what it should look like. And here is the passenger side one. This is what it should not look like. So there you go. If you need me out of the shot, there you go. This is what happens when a Jetta hits your car, T-bones your car at 40 miles an hour. Now this tube looks fairly straight, but we do have a serious dent right here. So unfortunately, this one is toast. And unfortunately, they only sell these as a complete set. So you get two fronts, two rears. So I got to figure out how to sell 3 of them. So that is where we're at on the car. Like I said, the engine and transmission are going to stay in here. The girl who's buying it in Miami is going to sell the engine transmission. Maybe she's going to use it, build one for her Miata, whatever. It's all part of the chassis deal, and it saves me the hassle of doing that, you know, pulling that engine and trans out, it's very nice. Now, what's going to go in place of these coilovers are the OEM shocks out of the purple car that have served their life. They work okay, but they could obviously be a lot better. So we're gonna do a new set of coilovers on the purple car. Oh, there's Mark. Sorry, you were trying to not be in the video. Anyway, Mark's here. Um, the new set of coilovers will come shortly. Need to get those shocks. Need to get the new coilovers in before we get the shocks off of that car. That's that. That's all that is. I was trying to get a better suspension shot for you guys so you could see. I mean, I guess you can kind of see our lower control arm here. That should not be like that. That should actually be a single piece. The brake shields are going to stay on this car because you have to pull the whole hub off in order to get the brake shields off. So that's how that's going to work. Sorry. I will do the hood for you guys so you can see what's going on in here. The window regulators are out. This is harder to get to now that the hood is bent and crimped. So I'll show you guys in here. So all of the engine component stuff has been swapped over. All the Cerakoted parts that were on here have gone over to the purple car, which is a good thing. We like that. We're happy with that. The radiator is going to get sold. That is one of those parts that can go. All the fluids have been drained out of this. There's no coolant. There's no brake fluid. There's no oil. The trans is still sealed up and the diff is still sealed up. But everything else has been emptied. What else we got? I think that's about it. The OEM intake, this guy fell off. He should actually be right there, but he doesn't stay on very well. He can rest happily right there. The OEM intake is going to stay with the purple car. I have a box that has all the original parts in it that'll go with the parts, with the car, if it ever gets sold. So that's kind of it on the black Miata. We really pulled as much stuff as we can off of this. I have some people interested in the passenger side door or the driver's side door, and just bring it around to the side here so you get a better Miata view. Slightly better Miata view. Maybe. There we go. Better Miata view. But mainly the chassis is going to go away at the end of the month. She's going to come and pick it up and take it away. Tomorrow night, we're going to do the window regulators in the purple car. The really nice Moss Miata replacement window regulators are out of this car. I'll show you them real quick. They're these guys, and they're awesome. They're super fast, super durable, nice big cables, better than the originals. And we also have new bushings, guide bushings, for the track that's back here. There's a track that runs down here, and these guide bushings. And these are Delrin versus the old school plastic. I don't even think it was ABS. I don't even remember what it was, but it just corrodes and crumbles and stuff. So we have brand new Delrin stuff, so that'll go in. We're gonna do that tomorrow on the purple car. It'll be where I'm standing right here. We're also getting the cars cleaned up for Dearborn on Saturday. We will be at the Dearborn Street event in Englewood. The Viper and the Miata are both going. And then on Sunday morning, very early, we're going to Coco Plum, which is a kind of a mall shopping area thing here. And they have a very large Cars of Coffee at the top of the month. So both the Viper and the Miata will be going to that this weekend. So we have a very full weekend of very cool car stuff. If you guys are down in Southwest Florida, I highly recommend Dearborn. There's a lot of cool stuff. Vintage cars like old Model Ts, Pro Street stuff from the 70s and 80s, modern stuff. Of course, there'll be C8s there. There will be, what else do we see there? We see C8s, and yeah, there's a ton of other really cool cars, and of course C8s. So definitely, if you get a chance, come down to Dearborn. Cocoa Plum, mix of everything. It's a lot of local folks, and it's a mix. You got big turbo cars, you got huge lifted trucks, you got yeah, all of that. Yeah, there's some C8s that show up. Actually, all the C8s show up. And then, were you there when the guy? Were you with me? I think it might have been Berg. Uh, Guy didn't look at his mirrors and drove over the front of another car. No. It was pulling out of a spot and just drove over the nose of a. It was a C6. It was a beautiful C6, and the guy just didn't see him and drove right over him. That was interesting. Yeah. So that's it. We got a ton of cool car stuff coming up. I'll try and get pictures and I'll get them up on social media. So you guys can hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. And then we're going to keep going. The other cool part is we're getting the limo back in here. Once we're at a stable spot with the purple car, it'll go out. The limo will come back in. You can see it just covered there. And we're going to get the fuel injection, the Holley sniper system back on it, and get that thing running, driving, and doing huge burnouts. Also have a new pump for the hot tub, which is right behind where you guys are. Going to get the new pump installed, and hopefully it's not tripping the inverter, so we can start pumping water through the jacuzzi, which would be a big, big step. So tons and tons of stuff coming up. Thank you guys for hanging out and watching all of this. If you have questions about the brake removal or any of the parts and disassembling the brakes, here I'll give you a. So I keep all this stuff in baggies, and that way I keep it a little bit more organized. So these are your pistons in the front of your calipers. Now this is where the fluid hits, and this is what hits on the brake pad. And that's what they look like when they're out of the car. And so if you have something like a Miata, you just have a single piston. Now pistons come in a bunch of different diameters, and depending on the brake pad. But if you see something like this, single piston, see the Viper, it's 4 pistons. So you'll have 4 of these guys, 2 on each side. And yeah, if you see a 6 piston or an 8 piston, it'll be the same kind of thing. They'll just be a little bit smaller diameter here. But this is what's inside. And then in the rear, these are the ones for the rears. So it's smaller, and it has a little threaded insert in there. Every time you click it, that's for the parking brake. So every time you click it, it threads. So, and of course, there's little rubber seals and all of that stuff. These seal kits, you can get these replaced whenever you do a rebuild. It's really important because you don't want brake fluid leaking. And all the clips and stuff. Sometimes new brake pads come with clips. Sometimes they don't. So I hang onto the clips until I see the brake pads show up with new clips. So that is it for tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out, and thanks for watching the updates. Thanks to new subscribers. You guys are great. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying what I'm doing here. Like I said, I don't get paid for any of this, so I love that you guys are enjoying it. If you have questions, comments, anything, please put them down there. Shoot me a text, shoot me an email. I'm happy to answer that. And what else are we doing? I think that's it. Mark's going back to Columbus for Good Guys, which is next week in Columbus. Not this coming weekend, but the following weekend. And so check out Mark's Instagram and Facebook. He's going to post a absolute truckload of pictures. And there's always just a shit ton of cool cars up there. I wish I was going. I'm kind of jealous because I want to go to Quaker Steak and do a huge burnout again. So I do have a truck and a trailer, and no, as much fun. And I should actually get rid of those shitty Michelins too. So yeah, there's 50 reasons why I should, and there's only one reason why I shouldn't, right? So anyway, yeah, it's hard, yeah. Yeah, we'll figure it out. But check out Mark's stuff. He'll have Yeah, that's true. Well, no, because even if we split gas, it's gonna be expensive as hell. It's $1,000 for the truck to go one way. Or sorry, it's $1,000 round trip for the truck. Yeah, that's a 16-hour drive or a 2-hour plane ride. Your call. Yeah, for 300-400 bucks. Yeah. Um, so yeah, tons of stuff coming up. Thank you guys again for hanging out and staying up late and doing all this crazy stuff. You know, I'm in here like cleaning up exhaust till 5 o'clock in the morning. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. And let's see. I think that's about it for tonight. We'll uh, get stuff cleaned up, get the purple car in here, and get those window regulators in. I'll show you how to do them. The new ones from Miata are actually way better than the OEM. They're faster, they're stronger, and yeah, it's a much nicer setup. They're much easier to install, so highly recommended. And Miata doesn't pay me jack shit, so that's just my experience. We'll do those tomorrow night, and I'll get in here earlier for you guys, so we can take our time with that. Again, thanks everyone for hanging out. Don't forget to show someone that you love them today. Give them a kiss on the cheek, give them a kiss on the tip of their nose, hold their hand, give it a squeeze. It's really important for them, but it is far more important for you. All right, everyone, be safe this weekend too. Don't drink and drive. Call an Uber, call me, I'll get you home. All right, thanks everyone. We will see you later. Cool. It's pretty much stripped down. I can't believe the glass is still solid. That's amazing.